What's going on, everybody? Stock Jock here, up $7,836 in the first hour of trading. Really good morning, and finished up the day $10,557. So really fun day. Again, these days are extremely long right now. It seems like the market is just on fire. Things are always moving way more than they should. It's a hot market right now. You got to take advantage of it. You got to put in those long days. Let's get into the trades. Before we do, though, just a quick reminder, I do have a free trading chat room. It's great. If you're a beginning trader, come on in, watch, learn, ask questions. If you're an experienced trader, come on in, call out what you see. We always love experienced traders in here. I made a beautiful trade late in the afternoon today because one of our peeps called out a trade that I was not watching. I was like, yep, I like it. I'm going to take it and make it mine. Made buku bucks. Loved it. All right. All that is in the links down below for the Twitch stream, which is the chat room, as well as my free Discord. All right, let's get into the trades. All right, this first trade was on BTBT. This is a Bitcoin sympathy play. It is not the best by any stretch of the imagination. It is not even, I would say, second best. I would say Riot and Mara, M-A-R-A, and R-I-O-T are probably tier one kind of sympathy plays to Bitcoin. Bitcoin was making new all-time highs today, $51,000, which is crazy to say. And BTBT moves sometimes, like you can kind of see here on the daily chart. Absolute ripper, right? Tripled up in a week, right? And it just hasn't done anything since, and it's kind of putting in a, I don't want to say it. But we'll see. If this starts breaking out here, I think BTBT can get going. It just hasn't recently. It's not the best mover when it goes with Bitcoin, but I thought surely today, with Bitcoin breaking over $50,000, that BTBT can move. So out of the gates, it dumped, bought back up, and I said, all right, well, if I break this level, I'm just going to call it kind of like a red to green, and I'm going to play it that way. I'm going to give it a shot, and I get 2,000 shares. 29.78 is what I got filled at, so a little higher up here. That's where I got filled, and I got a good pop, and I should have sold. First trade of the day, I was very green. I didn't take it, and I ended up having to hold through this pullback. And through this pullback, I added on the first candle over candle. I didn't like how we came all the way back down here. Luckily, it bounced and it whatever. I did add. You'll see when I run it live contracts here because I'm thinking to myself, BTBT, this is its moment. This is its time. Everything else is rocking and rolling. If you look at like Riot this morning, huge gapper, huge move. I mean, look at how it, jeez, up $21 today. It's insane. $36 move, insane. MARA, similar, not as steep, but you can see. I mean, nice move, nice gap up. BTBT not doing that. That's why I kind of put it in the tier 2 level. But anyway, I wanted to do that. I want to give it a shot. So surely this thing can move. If Riot, Mara, and Bitcoin are all moving big, maybe BTBT can move. I didn't take my profit. It dipped, came back, gave me a candle over candle. That's when I added the calls that you see here. And I did sell BTBT on the way down here. Not on the way up, unfortunately, but on the way down. I sold at 30.48 and 30.21. So nice win there. And I ended up selling my my calls for a loss, a big loss, a 50-cent loss. It was like a $2,000 loss. So I'm pretty sure overall in this trade I was red. Actually, I know I was. So as it broke low a day here, that's when I stopped out of my calls. I was like, fine, you know what? And it was the right call because, I mean, look, just didn't want to play ball. Just didn't want to play ball today. You know, at the end of the day, it's still stock. I don't care how correlated it is to Bitcoin. It's still stock and do its own thing. So, oh well. Daily chart as well, 29.85. Looking nice. Oh no. Okay. Well, went to almost 30 there. SOS ripping. Okay, there's 30. BTBT. We got a live one here. Next resistance is 3090. Bitcoin going over 51,000. So I expect these. That's after a couple weeks of ramming up against. Well, has it been a couple weeks, or does it just feel like a couple weeks? Let's see. About 10 days, ramming up against 50K. So I expect some hotness here. Could be wrong. We'll see. One minute play. Don't like the pullback on this. Wanted to see 30 hold. VIX up 7%. Huh. Well, this is nutty. Huh. Our options. Come on, BTBT. $40, $45, $49, $50, $54. Hey, we broke out. All right. Are you kidding me? Ooh, that fill was nice. All right. Taking the profit. So this next trade is kind of a continuation play. Well, I thought it was going to be a continuation play from the past 2 days of this WPRT. Huge gap up. It's sticking the landing, so to speak. Hasn't gotten that next leg up yet. I'm still waiting for that. So I thought maybe today would be the day. So the WPRT, what they're doing is building basically I think it's natural gas engines for vehicles that Amazon's going to use in some capacity. I don't know what kind of vehicle it is. It's not like a car or anything. I think it's a work vehicle. Anyway, that's what caused this huge gap up, and I think it's going to have a nice trading life ahead of it, but right now it's just consolidating. So it came up out of the open here, pull back candle over candle, didn't do anything, created this little peak here. Drop, lower low, lower high, almost maybe a potential double bottom setting in here. It turned into a double bottom when we broke this level right in here. And I'm telling myself, okay, well, if I break this level, surely we're going to go high a day. And this is one where I got in inside this candle here, 1170. So right as we were about to break that level, I went long. And it took a second, but it finally went. And I sold at 1173 and 1171. Very small win. But again, I wasn't going to hold. I just got beat up for holding too long. I got in the mindset, scalping it. I don't care what it is, scalp it. You get your money, get out. So this trade was something very similar. I was looking for kind of a reversal setup on this where, NVIS sold off out of the gates, lower low, lower high, and it did not make a lower low here on this little candle under candle, instead bounced up. And I said, okay, well, if it breaks this peak right here, maybe we get a pop back towards high day. Nice little window in here for it to run. So I was looking at this candlestick right here, and it was creeping up, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go long. I go long 2174, 2171, and as soon as I go long, it just creeps up here and poof, takes a poop on itself. And I was like, well, that is not what I signed up for. It usually, if a stock is strong, as it's approaching these resistance levels, it's going to pick up steam as people jump in it, like I'm doing, and it's going to rip through it. Nope. In this case, sellers were still very much in control. You're going to see it just completely dropped afterwards. But when I got in, I mean, this is like in and out. How many? 5-6 second hold, literally. So you'll see when I run it, it rejected immediately. So I have to let it go. Got out 2156, 4,000 shares. Oof. All right, out. Rejected there. Pretty hard. This next trade I'm pretty upset about. So anyway, CLPS, one of the stocks that was gapping up this morning, sold off out of the gates, drop, bounce, candle under candle, drop further, bounce, candle under candle, putting in a higher low here. So I'm telling myself, again, it's the exact same play as before, like on MVIS. Maybe if we break this little peak here, we'll get a pop, which it ended up doing. The problem is, as we were approaching this level, I went long. I did a market order here, and it immediately filled me 50 cents higher than where I want. And this is one of the downfalls of using market orders. They're fast, but you're going to get filled. So I was literally a hair. Someone must have bought a crap ton of shares right before I clicked that button, because it immediately just boom. You'll see it. It's just like, oh, you're down here at 1180. No big deal. Boom, 40 cents higher, 50 cents higher, or 60 cents higher. Jeez. So when at that point I was like, whoa. That's the move I wanted, not the entry I wanted. I just needed to get out of this. I ended up making a small probably 120 bucks on it, whatever. And then as soon as I got out, it halted on the way up and then just went freaking into orbit. So, you know, whatever. But yeah, that one scared the crap out of me. Oh, jeez. Wait, what? My Philly trade, no. I'm out. That was a terrible fill. Oh, was I that slow to this thing? There it goes. So this next trade is out of the halt. So it halted going up. It came up and it started going cray-cray. So it had high day and kind of pre-market highs all lined up here. And out of the gates, it shot straight up. Came back down a little bit. And I was like, okay, well, if it heads back towards this 1450, surely it's going to break it. If that breaks, then this high day pre-market level, whatever it was, is going to break, and we're probably going to get a big pop. And if that breaks, probably $15 breaks. And if that breaks, that's probably all I'm going to get. I'm going to exit on that. And that's exactly what happened here. It went much higher, but as soon as we cracked that $15 level, I started exiting. Well, at first I went long, 14.17. As it dipped, came back up, and it looked like it was picking up steam to break this level like I just talked about. I don't typically take that kind of a trade. It's not something I typically do, but it's such a low float, and it was moving so well. I was like, all right, let me give a shot here. So I did. Anyway, CLPS shot up, and as we broke 15, I started exiting half. I only took 2,000 shares at 14.17. Sold half at 15.09 and the other half at 15.38. Very nice exits, over a $2,000 profit. Oh my gosh, CLPS. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? See ya. See ya. See ya. All out. All right, so this next one, there's a few trades that go on here. This first one is ALUS. Like, it was a news play, and this is a news. I just did a whole video yesterday on how I trade news plays. This is a prime example of one where like I talked about, when the news comes out, they shoot up like a cannon, but at some point they reach a pinnacle and they come back down. And I got in near that pinnacle, so you have to be quick getting out because, like I said, a lot of times they come right back down to where they were. And on this one, the news wasn't that strong. After you had 5 seconds to decipher it, just wasn't that strong. So when I heard it, I took 4,000 shares, 1336, 1333. Up in here in this range, it did pop up. Thought it was going to break the 50 cent level, which I certainly would have exited there. It just didn't, and it started coming back down. I had to start exiting. Sold half at 13.39 for a profit, but then the second half, 13.16, it was a big loss. So that's just the way it is. News plays works a lot of times. Sometimes they don't. It's all about speed. You can't really help it. That's the first trade that you'll see in this clip. It's a long clip, so feel free to fast forward if you don't see anything going on. The next one was the CCNC. This one was a little tougher. It was, I believe, like a 5-minute play setting up. So huge pop out of the gates here. This is one that's been on a tear on the daily chart, as you can see. 5-minute, 20 minutes of going straight up, 5-minute pullback, and I was playing for like a candle over candle here, and I felt really good about it actually. You can kind of see it on the 5-minute chart, right? And that is all going on right here. So when we went 5-minute candle over candle, I took a long position. I took 6,000 shares here, 1078, 1080, and 1078. Again, 6,000 shares. And it just didn't do anything. It just kind of like, I mean, that's not what you want out of a stock that just went from $9 to $11.50 in 20 minutes. You want to see a little bit more love, like the buyers just didn't just magically disappear, which they did do. So I got long, and this is a longer hold. So again, just feel free to fast forward through this if it gets a little slow, but I do say stuff throughout. So while I'm in this trade, another news play hits. This is one's on CLVS. You gotta see, boom, that's big spike here. This is news. Again, if you have no idea what I'm talking about as far as my news plays, I'll try to post a little card in here where I'll link that video. But as you can see, huge volume here. And the news was CLVS, one of their drugs, Blue Cross Blue Shield, put it on the recommended drug list for whatever it treats. I don't even know. So I took 6,000 shares of this, 752, 751, 758, all inside this candlestick right here. And so I'm all in, like in this area somewhere, right? Clicked it 3 times, 6,000 shares. Shoots up, starts cracking 770, I should say. And I'm scalping at this point. I'm trying to get some dubs under the belt. Oh, I didn't take 6,000 shares, 9,000 shares. Jeez. Looks like old SJ forgot to switch his little counter here back to 2,000. So yeah, I took 9,000 shares, and I exited 772, 773, 772. So that's actually a pretty big win there. 20 cents on 9,000 shares, 2,700 bucks, right? Yeah, math is good. So big win there. And then I switched back to CNCC or CCNC. And it just not do anything. It's not getting the move I thought it was going to go, right? It just kind of, after a huge move up. I mean, this is a huge move. And then just a blah. Like, that's not what I was looking for. I start exiting. Especially on this candle. So we had the pop, the pullback, candle over candle. Doesn't do a freaking thing. No volume. No buyers are not here. So when I see that, I'm like, time to exit. And it was really thin. Like, the bid and the ask is just thin. So I knew if I think of what I have, 6,000 shares this time. How many shares did I take this? Yeah, 6,000 shares. I knew if I just sold all 6,000 right now, I would crater the stock. So I had to like inch my way out and just watch the bid here. You'll see me. I'm taking 400 share lots. Sell, 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 sell. I made profit on it. Yeah. No, I didn't. What am I average? Call it 80. What am I exiting at? So it's well, maybe I exit. I mean, these are 400 share lots, so I'm exiting at 74, 9. So anything over 80 is profit. Anything under 80 is a loss. 74 cents, 79 cents, 76 cents, 81, 85, 81, 85, 81, 81, 81, 80, 81, 75, 75. Probably break even. I don't know. I was just happy to get out. Not the best trade. Volume is dying off, so I'm expecting a bigger move here soon. Ooh, that's probably okay news. Not. Yeah. That was too fast. For me, 1081 on this CCNC. It's the 5-minute. Still at 11. Are buyers scared? My goodness. Well, the spread just went to shit. CLPS, and you go back to playing that one. That thing is hot right now. Music's going. Oh, gosh. Oh my gosh. I so misplayed that. These spreads are nuts. They were not this bad early on. CLVS, Blue Cross adds one of their drugs to the preferred list. It's probably pretty big. Okay. Like trying to crawl out of this thing so I don't nuke the bid.
FLDM getting some love.
Right, I'm out. FLDM. So this next trade is EH. This one's kind of like it's bouncing off of, had some fraud news yesterday, which caused this huge drop. And today's kind of a bounce day, whatever. What happened, it's kind of a comedy. You'll see when I run it. I was initially trying to play this pop pullback candle over candle on the 5-minute chart here. And I had an order ready. Let's see what it was 68 break. The 68 break, wherever that happened, right? Whatever this peak is right there, right? 68.05. I had an order for that break, whatever it is. And literally as we're coming up through here, it jumps right over it. And I'm just pissed off because I look really good. And then it breaks this peak right here. And I'm even more pissed off. I'm like, here it goes. It's going to go high a day. And I'm not going to be in this thing and whatever. And maybe I took this trade out of a little spite. I don't typically trade high day breaks as a strategy. It is one, and they can be hit or miss at best. But this one was very volatile. After a huge move up, I thought, okay, maybe it's a scalp. I'll take it as a scalp. So I put an order in. So if $70 got touched, my order would go live and try to fill me. So, and I got a good fill. I got filled at 70 right as we were breaking this level. My order went live. I got filled at $70, and the thing shot up like $1.50 immediately. It was insane. So I'm like, whoa! So I had 2,000 shares, and it shot up $1.50. I'm up $3,000 in 1 second. It was pretty nutty. So I'm like thinking, okay, exit strategy. I'm up. Let's get out. So I slowly start to exit. It didn't move up much higher here, but that wasn't my plan. My plan was to scalp it. I got out first lot at 71.07 for basically $1,070, and the second lot went up another dollar, and I sold at 72.15. Insane move. So I took it off the table. All right, break of 68 now is my level. It's getting ready here. It's probably going to blow past this level. Break at 68, I'm going to go long. It jumped right over my damn order. Unbelievable. Okay. There just must not have been enough shares to fill everybody, and I was the lucky one that didn't get filled. Very much like when people gift subs and you miss, that was me with shares. Oh, a dollar jump like that? What the heck? Uh-huh. You know I'm taking some of that profit. 71.80. Oh my gosh. You've totally redeemed yourself! So this next trade was on CLPS. This one was, I believe it was a 5-minute play, if I remember correctly. Right in through here, yeah. So you can kind of see it. Pop, 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 pull back candle, candle over candle, right? That's kind of what I'm looking at here on the 5-minute chart. And it all kind of came together here on the 1 minute as well. Kind of a descending resistance line, kind of, let's not use that one, kind of a rising support, making some sort of wedge here. And in this case, I didn't play the break of the diagonal like sometimes I would. I put my order up for the first higher high. So see how we're making a high, lower high, lower high. Once that trend is broken, we're breaking these. That is what I was looking for. So I put an order to go live right there at that little ceiling, call it. Said if we break that, I'll go long. I have an order in. So if you can kind of see it. If 1678 got touched, my order would go live and it would try to fill me between 1678 and 1690. That's exactly what happened. I took 4,000 shares. I got filled at 1680 on one lot and 1688 on the second lot. 4,000 shares, broke that level, broke high a day, and when I did that, I was like, time to exit. This is a big winner. I need to exit. Sold at 1764 and 1742. Really nice win. Or 1678. Sorry. 1678, 1690. I doubt I get filled. Let's try it. I got filled some. 4,000 shares at 1684. Out some, out the rest. I'm just taking it. That's an insane move. Taking the profit. And the final trade of today was a loser. This kind of ruined my $8,000 morning and turned it into a $7,836 morning. But I can live with that. So for some reason, GHVI, huge pop out of nowhere. Pulled back, and on this candlestick, it looked like it was about to go candle over candle, and I wanted a piece of that for sure. So I get in, and then as soon as I get in, it kind of just starts fizzling out, and is about to go candle under candle, which would be my absolute stop loss. And I went in at 1939, 1936. Doesn't do what I thought I was going to do. I immediately get out. This was a very short hold. But, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Lost money on it. Small loss. I'm going to have, you know, half the battle with this kind of trading is keeping you're going to have tons of losses, and they don't matter because you're trying to you keep them small. And when you're right, you're really right. As you can, I would say the majority of this morning's trades were red trades. I probably had, I don't know, 3 or 4 green ones, but they were huge, like $2,000, $3,000 winners. My losers are a couple $100 here, $400 there. So when you're right, it really works out. And when you're wrong, you catch your loss very early so it doesn't hurt, and you go find the next trade. So anyway, last trade. I will see you guys in the next video. But it's got potential, especially with SPACs being crazy recently. $19.44 is the 1 minute. Oop, go. $19.44. I don't know. First hour in the bag, $7,836. I can eat off of that.